This child heard their death sentence after killing 365 people, and what happened to them shocked everyone. Valerian Osteen. Valerian Osteen was 28 years old when a Texas jury sentenced him to death for killing 26-year-old Marissa Grimes in 2022. Their relationship had a history of abuse and threats. Grimes' body was found hidden under his home with severe injuries. Osteen is now on death row awaiting automatic appeals and further legal review. Victor Godinez. During a 16-day trial, 29-year-old Victor Godinez was convicted of killing a Texas state trooper in 2019. The jury recommended the death penalty, and he received additional life sentences for attempted murder of other officers. His execution is on hold while the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals reviews the case. Dillion Gage. 21-year-old Dillion Gage Compton killed a 55-year-old prison officer in Texas while serving a 25-year sentence for child sexual assault. The officer's body was found in a prison kitchen storage area. Convicted of capital murder, Compton was sentenced to death at 24 by a Jones County jury on October 15, 2018. Xavier Davis. In April 2025, a jury sentenced 32-year-old Xavier Davis to death in Texas for killing 3 people, including a 6-year-old girl. He was 28 when he broke into a Houston apartment, shot the family, and stole property. A surviving child played dead. The jury cited the ongoing threat he posed. Paul Gabriel Hall. When Paul Gabriel Hall was 18, he fatally stabbed and shot a 68-year-old man in Brazos County, Texas, in October 2011. The man's 69-year-old wife was also injured. Hall was convicted of capital murder, sentenced to death, and has been on death row since 2015, with state and federal appeals still ongoing. Isidro Miguel de la Cruz. On September 2, 2014, 24-year-old Isidro Miguel de la Cruz killed 5-year-old Naya Villegas in her Texas home. He broke into his ex-girlfriend's house and inflicted fatal injuries. DNA and other evidence linked him to the crime. Convicted of capital murder, he was sentenced to death at 27. Harlem Lewis III. In Harris County, Harlem Lewis, 21 at the time, was convicted of killing a police officer and a bystander during a December 2012 traffic stop. A jury sentenced him to death in 2014, citing him as a continuing threat. Appeals were denied, and he remains on death row, awaiting execution. Facundo Chavez. After killing a sheriff's deputy during a 2019 traffic stop in Texas, Facundo Chavez was later sentenced to death. The 27-year-old fired multiple shots and struck the officer before fleeing. Body cam footage and other evidence led a jury to convict him of capital murder, and he was 32 when sentenced. Brandon McCall. Convicted of capital murder in the shooting death of a police officer and another man during a violent incident in 2018, 28-year-old Brandon McCall was sentenced to death in Texas. Evidence included body cam footage and witness testimony. He remains on death row after his 2020 conviction and continues to pursue appeals. Amos Joseph Wells. 22-year-old Amos Joseph Wells was sentenced to death in Texas for killing his pregnant girlfriend, her mother, and her 10-year-old brother. The triple murder, ruled premeditated, occurred after a dispute in 2013. Convicted in 2016, he is now 26 and remains on death row, awaiting execution under Texas law. Hector Acosta Ojeda. Hector Acosta Ojeda was 38 years old when he was sentenced to death in Texas for killing 2 people in 2017. He shot his victims while they slept, mutilated their bodies, and left one head on a public trail with a message. Convicted of capital murder in 2019, he has appealed his sentence through the courts. Ricky Donnell Cummings. In McLennan County, Texas, Ricky Donnell Cummings killed 2 men and shot at 2 others in 2011 when he was just 21. He was sentenced to death at 23 and has spent over a decade at the Polunsky unit in solitary confinement, where he remains on Texas's death row today. Jeffrey Lee. During a 1998 pawn shop robbery, 19-year-old Jeffrey Lee killed 2 people and injured a third in Alabama. Arrested soon after, he was charged with capital murder and attempted murder. Despite the jury recommending life without parole, the judge sentenced him to death. Appeals have failed, and he remains on death row.